And so for more on this, let's bring back Ambassador John Bolton. One thing that Vladimir Putin and the Russians are doing also, Ambassador, is they're clamping down on the media, including the American media. Since RT, the Russian, what's considered the Russian propaganda outlet, is now registered as a foreign agent in our country. You think you can equally consider American news organizations that they are on par with RT, or is RT, in your view, a Kremlin outlet?
Well, I think RT is clearly a Kremlin outlet, but nobody should doubt Russia has been trying to get its news spin into American media for quite some time, and it uses a device of purchasing special supplements, for example, in the Washington Post. By the way, the China Daily also purchases special supplements in the Washington Post. They're billed as advertisements, but they look a lot like newspapers. So these are elements. This is all part of Russia's effort and China's effort, while we're on the subject, to influence the United States. There's no doubt that CNN is not an arm of the U.S. government, so treating it like we've treated RT is obviously a complete false comparison. So
for you, it goes beyond you know, what we hear about Facebook and the social media in terms of trying to influence our elections.
Yeah, I think the Russians and the Chinese have been very bold and quite upfront about it. And the fact that newspapers like the Washington Post allow them to buy advertising supplements, you can call it that, but when people just turning the pages of the newspaper, looking at their websites, it looks a lot like real content. So when you imagine that Russia's daring enough to do that, you can imagine what they're doing over the internet.
Well, let me show you what they're daring to do on the streets of New York. RT America, the network here. I was walking home last night and I took these pictures. Look at this. These are in the bus stops in New York. There's Ed Schultz, who was a liberal talk show host, had been with MSNBC, and they have these shows. And these bus ads, as you can see, and their tagline is this America enough for you? You know, trying to claim that they're American. I mean, if you're on RT, if they're registered as a foreign agent, should Ed Schultz register as a foreign agent?
Well, there's a pretty good argument for that. I mean, the Foreign Agents Registration Act now receiving a lot of scrutiny by Robert Mueller and his Office of Special Counsel. But if you're working for a registered foreign agent, and as he is active on air, it may well be under the new expansive interpretation he should register as a foreign agent.
All right, we'll see if the hosts on that channel indeed do that or are asked to do so. Ambassador John Bolton, as always, happy Thanksgiving weekend. Good to see you. Thank you.
And to you too, Eric. Thank you. Of course.